Welcome back, everybody, for another deep dive. This time, we're looking at how to learn a new language,
Okay.
but not just any new language. We're looking at this program in Thailand called dutch4thai,
Right.
and it helps Thai speakers become Dutch, at least on paper,
Oh, wow.
so they can immigrate to the Netherlands.
Interesting.
And you'll be surprised by what they figured out over there
Yeah.
in Khon
It's really clever.
Yeah.
You see, the Dutch government requires anyone between 18 and 65 who's seeking temporary residency to pass this exam called the inburgeringsexamen.
Okay, the inburgeringsexamen.
Yeah.
It sounds pretty intense. I bet most of our listeners are already familiar with the basics,
Right.
proving, some Dutch and that
Yeah.
you have some knowledge of Dutch society.
Uh-huh.
But what's fascinating here is how this program tackles it all, wouldn't you say?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
dutch4thai doesn't just throw you a textbook and wish you luck.
Right.
They've designed their entire curriculum around getting you through that exam with flying colors, both in person and online.
Oh, wow.
And specifically, they prepare you for the A2 level.
So it's like laser-focused exam prep, but for moving to a whole new country.
Exactly.
That's got to be such a relief for people who are feeling overwhelmed by the process.
Absolutely.
They even use real exam questions in their training, right?
Exactly. They really emphasize that practical application.
Right.
Which makes sense.
Yeah.
It's one thing to memorize vocabulary, but it's another thing to actually use it
Right.
in situations that you'll encounter in the Netherlands.
And get this, they have native Dutch speakers teaching who are also fluent in Thai and English.
Wow.
Talk about minimizing confusion.
That's a huge selling point for their students, I bet.
Yeah, for sure.
Imagine trying to learn a brand new language while also navigating another foreign language.
Yeah.
It would be a jumbled mess.
Totally.
Yeah, this approach probably makes the whole learning process much smoother.
Right. That's like they've thought of everything.
Yep.
To set their students up for success. And speaking of success, let's talk about those testimonials.
Okay.
Students are raving about their scores and they feel confident.
Yeah.
And they're even saying that the classes are engaging and fun.
That's great.
Who knew that learning Dutch could be a blast?
That's awesome.
It's pretty impressive, especially when you consider the intensity.
Right.
We're talking 3 hours a day, 5 days a week for 8 weeks.
Yeah,
That's a serious commitment.
it is.
But they do offer some flexibility with scheduling.
Okay.
And they even have a 13-module online course for those who can't make it to Khon
Right.
for the in-person classes.
Makes sense.
Yeah,
Yeah.
speaking of Khon, that's where they're based, right?
Yes.
And it costs 30,000 baht for tuition, plus another 3,000 baht for the textbooks.
Okay. All right.
Now, I know what you're thinking, that's a chunk of change.
It is.
But think about the potential return on that investment.
Right.
If passing this exam means that you can live and work in the Netherlands, that 30,000 baht could pay off really quickly.
Yeah,
Don't you think?
absolutely. It is a lot of money, but yeah, it could definitely pay off in the long run.
Yeah, and it's not just about the money.
Right.
Think about the opportunities that could open up for you.
Exactly.
You could immerse yourself in a new culture. You could expand your professional network.
Yeah.
Maybe even learn another language.
For sure.
It's an investment in your future.
It is.
Yeah, I like how you put that.
Thanks.
It's not just about passing a test. It's about opening doors to like a whole new chapter of your life.
Exactly.
And it looks like dutch4thai gets that.
They do.
Yeah, they go beyond just teaching the language. They prepare you for the whole experience.
Right. They actually have a whole section on their website dedicated to explaining the inburgeringsexamen.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. It's like a one-stop shop for everything you need to know about this big step.
So they're holding your hand through the whole process.
Basically.
Even before you sign up for the course.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. They break down the exam into 3 parts.
Okay.
Speaking, reading, and knowledge of Dutch society.
Right.
And they even have links to more resources for each of those sections.
Oh, wow.
They even have audio clips.
That's awesome.
So you can hear what basic Dutch phrases sound like.
I like that.
Yeah, it's a good way to give potential students a taste of what to expect
Uh-huh.
and help them decide if the program is right for them.
Right.
They also highlight their teaching methods,
Okay.
which blend traditional language instruction with exam-specific training.
So they cover all the essentials.
Exactly. They cover grammar, vocabulary, all the essentials.
Right.
But they focus on the practical application.
Yeah.
It's not just about knowing the rules,
No.
it's about being able to use the language in real-life situations,
Exactly.
which is key for anybody moving to a new country.
Yeah, imagine arriving in the Netherlands and not being able to order a coffee
Oh my God.
or ask for directions.
Yeah.
That'd be so scary.
That would be
Yeah.
terrifying.
Yeah, dutch4thai understands that language is the key to unlocking a whole new world of
Yes.
experiences,
Yeah.
and they've designed their program with that in mind.
And they've got this instructor, who gets rave reviews
Oh, wow.
from the students.
That's awesome.
Yeah, they say he's engaging, he's patient, and he makes learning fun,
That's great.
which is no small feat when you're tackling a language as challenging as Dutch.
It's true.
It's a good reminder that a passionate teacher can make all the difference.
Absolutely.
You know, they can turn a potentially tedious task into an enjoyable journey of discovery.
Yeah. And based on the testimonials, it seems like Oma's doing just that.
Totally.
Students are achieving those high scores.
Yeah.
They're feeling confident in their abilities, and they even praise the program's flexibility.
It's like they've found the sweet spot
Yeah.
between rigorous instruction and a supportive learning environment.
For sure.
They're not just churning out students who can pass an exam.
Right.
They're empowering people to embrace a new culture.
To build a new life for themselves.
And that's where it gets really interesting.
Right.
Because this program isn't just about individual success stories.
Right.
It's also a fascinating case study in how language learning can bridge cultural divides.
Oh, wow.
And facilitate smoother transitions for immigrants.
That's an interesting point.
Yeah, think about it.
Okay.
The more comfortable someone is with the language and customs of their new home,
Yeah.
the easier it will be for them to integrate and thrive.
It's almost like dutch4thai is contributing to a more harmonious global society.
That's a great way to put it.
Yeah.
One in-burgering sexament at a time.
Now, that's a thought-provoking idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, it really makes you wonder,
Yeah.
could programs like this be the key to smoother integration for immigrants all over the world?
Absolutely. Imagine if every country had a program like dutch4thai,
Right.
tailored to the specific needs of incoming migrants.
Yeah.
I think it could make a huge difference.
I think so too. Not just for individuals, but for society as a whole.
Right. Think about it.
Yeah.
Improved communication, increased cultural understanding,
Right.
a greater sense of belonging for people who are new to a country.
It's a really powerful idea.
It is.
And it all starts with language.
Yeah.
It's the bridge that connects people, cultures, and ideas.
It really is.
And when that bridge is strong
Yeah.
and accessible,
Yeah.
amazing things can happen.
Well said. And dutch4thai seems to be like a shining example of that.
Yeah. They've taken something potentially daunting,
Right.
like learning a new language,
Yeah.
and turned it into an empowering experience.
Absolutely. And they haven't stopped there.
Right.
They're actively encouraging students to share their experiences online.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Spreading the word about the program and its impact.
That's great.
Yeah, they've got a whole section on their website dedicated to showcasing positive feedback
Awesome.
from various platforms online.
That's a good idea.
It's like social proof that their approach actually works.
Yeah. It speaks to their transparency and their confidence in what they're doing.
For sure.
They're not just making claims.
Yeah.
They're backing it up with real stories from real people.
So if you're a Thai speaker who is dreaming of a new life in the Netherlands, dutch4thai might just be your ticket to success.
It could be.
They've got the resources, they've got the expertise, and they've got the passion
Yeah.
to guide you through every step of the journey.
And who knows? Maybe their model will inspire similar programs all over the world,
Wow.
creating a global network of support for people who are brave enough to start a new chapter
Right.
in
Yeah.
a new country.
That's a fantastic thought to end on.
I think so too.
Well, that's our deep dive into dutch4thai.
Okay.
We hope you found it insightful and maybe even a little bit inspiring. Until next time, keep exploring and keep learning.